your son is alive.
This is the moment that Pammy May explains to officers from her hospital bed how she killed 5-year-old Darnell Taylor. This video was released by Brooklyn police.
I had a son, I took his body.
May, who was Darnell's legal guardian, nonchalantly tells police she was angry with him for eating snacks in his bed the night before.
And he had the granola bars, the peanut butter crackers, all in his bed. He had a knife, to open up the box.
The next night, she says she went into Darnell's room while he was taking a nap and suffocated him with a trash bag.
Like 10 minutes later, I knew he was dead because he wasn't moving.
With no emotion or remorse, May says multiple times in the video how she premeditated this murder. She even tells police that she did not have a good relationship with Darnell.
I didn't like his behavior, so I was more harsh and mean to him.
May then tells detectives the exact location of the sewage drain where she dumped Darnell's body.
If we showed you a map, would that help?
He's on East Brooks and Marshawn in a manhole. Can you look at the map? Oh, Marsdale.
Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, ahchyam, Yahweh Shai, ahchyam, Rakakadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Who is in this gospel, brother, from the standard of Yahweh, ahchyam, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson through the Spirit, Lord's will to be edifying. It says, pure evil, self-professed Ohio alpha parent, Pammy May, says she killed 5-year-old boy because he bought snacks to his bed. And hey, this is why we tell you brothers, man, be careful who you have kids with, man, okay? Like these black bitches, they're not wrapped too tight. Okay, they're infested with demonic spirits. And this is why they do the bugged out shit that they do, man. Okay, she killed the 5-year-old boy all because he was eating snacks in his bed. Okay, for one thing, the kid probably was sneaking snacks to the bed because we know that you didn't feed the motherfucking kid, man. Now, this is a double-edged sword because this little ninja could have been wicked in, ain't no could have been. I'm pretty sure he was wicked in his past life, but we just don't know what he did. But the Lord raised up a death angel in the form of this Pammy May looking creature here. Okay, she looked like the Hat Man or some shit, for real. Like if you brothers ever seen that movie, The Conjuring, they got something which is called, no, not The Conjuring. I think it was like a offshoot of The Conjuring. They had a nigga on there by the name of Crooked Man. And it looked just like this mom. Only thing she needed is like a top hat, like a Babadook. But long story short, she basically put him to death because, she said he had a knife in there, which he probably had the knife in there to open up the packaging because you probably wasn't feeding him. She said that they didn't have a good relationship, because these kids are rebellious. But at the same time, kids can detect wicked spirits. You know what I'm saying? They can detect things that's not right because kids, they're more sensitive to spirits because, their time here on earth in the spirit world is very shorter than ours. Like a 5-year-old kid, he was just in the spirit world 5 years ago. Now he's back there. But regardless of it, he had to be a wicked individual to get this type of death at 5 years old. Okay, he could have threw a stone at the prophets or could have cursed Yahweh Shimi Yahweh Shai or, spat at the Lord. Who knows what these little ninjas are doing. But regardless of it, man, hey, this woman is a demon. You can see it in her spirit. Okay, you can tell she's not wrapped too tight. And even from the police interviewing her, you can tell that she's not playing with a full deck. Okay, she probably going psych meds and something like that. And if she get a good enough lawyer, she probably can get off on a manslaughter murder, pretty much the same thing. Instead of a first degree, they probably reduce it to aggravated assault or manslaughter or whatever, and then they probably have her to plead insanity. But regardless of it, if this was a man that did this, they don't give a damn. You can be retarded as what's his Stephen Hawkins or whatever, man. At the end of the day, they don't give a damn. You a man, they throwing a book at you. But this is why we tell you, brothers, man, this black woman is evil. She's a demon. Okay. And, I was talking to one of the brothers yesterday. I was talking to the brother from Hawaii. We have our little talks every once in a while. I may hear from the brother every couple months. We be on the phone for about an hour, chopping it up. Love that brother, by the way. Very outspoken brother. Hey, you talk to that brother, man. Hey, hey, just listen to him, man, because you might not get a word in, but you know that's his spirit. I love it, you know, and that's good because the brother has a lot to say, as we all, you know. So I was wrapping up with him, and he's basically saying, like, look, bro, like, he said, like, you may have decent black women out there, but majority rules. So when you got 95% of demonic entities possessing our people, women included, the 5% ain't gonna really stand out. Like, there's always exceptions to the rule, but the exception here don't get the greater light because there ain't nothing but an exception, and exceptions are very rare. Okay, so when I say black women and demons, I'm talking about the majority of them. Okay, you got some decent women out here of our nation, you know, and I've had the opportunity to run into a couple, you know, over a time in life, and, you know, just coming across people in daily life, conversing with them. You know, people seem to be pretty decent, but overall, you got more demons like this than not. Okay, so be careful on who you're having children with, because ain't nowhere in hell, all because he has snacks in his bed, so you suffocate him. See, that's a form of mental illness, man. That's a demon, and that's also the love for many waxing cold. Okay, because for you to get that pissed off at a man that's a little boy that's trying to eat, you know, and trying to keep himself entertained or whatever because you're not doing the job, then you kill him in a fit of rage. That shows you that, man, we are in the end, brothers. So be careful out here. So this is the book, and she wasn't she was like his legal guardian, so she could have been like a distant relative or an auntie, something like that, or, you know, probably a stepmother, who knows. But a lot of times, man, we know that Jake kids are estranged from their parents, so they end up being raised by their grandmother or their aunties, or, you know, stepmothers and stuff like that. Because a lot of times, see, and this is what they don't shed light on, you got a lot of deadbeat baby mamas, man. Okay, and most of these hoes are deadbeat. Okay, I don't give a fuck if she is dealing with you. The kid could be living with you, and you could still be a deadbeat mother, off the simple fact because you ain't teaching the kids shit. Okay, and the only reason why you parents or you women have access to your children is because by default, the mother is the primary sole she's the custodial parent, and that's by default in this system, which in the ancient world that was not so. Okay, when you had a baby in the ancient world, that's that man's child, and it goes with him, and he determines who's gonna or what's gonna happen with the kid, not the other way around. You know, so for you women to sit up here and call men deadbeats, you are by default given the ability to have the kid against the man's will. You know, and this is what these women, they try to play off that shit. But let's just say if the woman was the non-custodial parent, they would bail out on their kids in a minute. Because most women, they don't like raising kids. They put a tablet in front of them, get a nigga a couple of Kit Kat bars and some Apple Jacks, and throw a tablet in front of him, and he raises himself. And this is why you have little gremlins running around here. But anyway, this is the book of Deuteronomy 28, and let's start at because for her to do that, it ain't be nothing. It's nothing for women to eat their kids. So let's start at verses 53. It says, "And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of the sons and of thy daughters, that the Lord Yahweh have given thee, and the siege and straightness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee." Okay, and you got to understand, going into 70 AD, they it's something called the Masada period, and you can read about this in the Josephus during the Jewish-Roman wars. I believe it's the 67 and 70 AD, the siege of Jerusalem by Titus and Vespasian and Domitian Caesars. Basically what they did was, when they cut off the supply chains to the city, they entrenched the Israelites into the city, and those of us that made it out, we went into Europe, Asia, Saudi Arabia, Africa. You know, they said estimated over 1 million black Jews fled to Africa, which hence, you know, you had Jakes in the west and northern coast of Africa. But the ones that got caught out there that didn't take heed to the warning that Yahweh gave them, they got caught up in there and they ate their kids. But it says, "So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes should be evil towards his brother." This is why you have a lot of black on black crime. Okay, and them small hats can't say this. Okay, they don't fit this bill. But it says, "And towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave." And you see a lot of Jakes bailing out on their kids for whatever reason. Even the woman was too demonic, or the nigga with just a one night stand and he popped her and he left, or the woman is a demon, or the Jake is in jail. There's always something to the rule. Okay, but it says, "So that he would not give to any of them the flesh of his children whom he should eat, because he have nothing left in him in the siege and the straightness wherewith thy enemy should distress thee in all thy gates. And the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of our foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, Her eyes should be evil towards the husband of our bosom, and towards our son, and towards our daughter, and towards the young one that cometh out between our feet, and towards the children which she shall bear. Okay, it says she should eat them for the one of all things, secretly in a siege and straightness, wherewith thy enemies should distress thee in thy gates. Okay, and she didn't eat the nigga, but she killed the little nigga because he was eating in the bed. Okay, but regardless of it, she still put him to death. Okay, so that's the point, and that's those curses, man. All right, this is why, hey, be careful with these women. These women are wicked and they're evil, brothers. All right, be careful who you have children with. You jakes in the truth, hey, we're the men in the Lord. We got to make wiser decisions because, hey, you know, you can't be, like Apostle Tara said, stop putting your babies in these hood rats. You put your baby in a hood rat when you're in no position to deal with this woman and you have no means, and, you know, you are already stretched too thin because you got other children. Then you created your own problem. And you got to get yourself out of that problem, man, you know, because, Jake, we got to be more wise. Okay, you see things like this happening. We're putting this information out here to warn you. Okay, so this is the book of, what is this? Job, what is it? 30, I think it's Job 37. 37. No, 39. It's like it's Job 39. And I'm going to start at verses 13. And it reads, it says, "Givest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warmeth them in the dust, and forget it that thy foot might crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hard against her young ones, as though they were not hers." Yeah, even though this child was technically not hers, she was the primary guardian. So therefore, she was to look after the kid, make sure he was fed, well kept, you know, nurtured, health is intact, you know, education, all these things she was supposed to be the responsible parent for. But, you know, eventually, you know, unfortunately, you know, he got his just due. Because the Lord, he it's two birds. Sometimes the Lord could kill 4 birds in one stone, you know, because this didn't happen by mere coincidence. This was set up through the Spirit. But a spiritual person will understand that. And a person that's not spiritual will say, well, how can you say that little boy? He was only 5 years old. What can he have done so evil? Well, you have to understand how judgment plays out on the earth. Okay, judgment plays out over your life sentence, man. So when you go to the spirit world, you go before the Most High and he reads you your judgment, and then he tells you what's going to happen to you in your next life, you know. Then you're born down here 3 to 4 generations through your father, and then you come into this world, and then you play out. Basically, the Lord gives you a preview of your life before you come back down to earth as to what's going to happen to you, and you sign off on it like, all right, cool beans. You know, that's your sentence. Okay, you ain't going to no damn hell because your spirit is upright, you know. The spirit of itself is right with the Most High. Is no sin in it. Sin dwells in a body, you know. So you play out the judgment in the flesh because the spirit is not sinning. It's the flesh or the demons or the spirits that hop on you when you in his body. So this is why the body suffers, man. This is why the body dies, because it's corrupted. Okay, this is why the spirit goes back to the Most High, because spirits can't feel pain. Okay, you can't put a spirit in hell and expect it to feel something, because it's not the burning energy. It's an essence. It's a force, you know. But it says here, she is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers, and her labor is in vain without fear. Yeah, and she had no fear. And she straight up told the dude, she said, look, man, you know, I killed him. She was nonchalant. And I'm pretty sure she didn't feel no type of way about it. You know, she could have been, you know, them demons. But it says here, because Yahweh have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he parted into her understanding. But what time she lifted up herself on high, she scorned the horse and his rider. Okay, but the point is, the Most High put a spirit on this woman to do that. And you can see it in her face. Okay, this woman got demons on her, man. What the hell? You know, that's the mugshot of a demon right there. You know, that's a mugshot of a true demon. Let me hold on. Let me look this ugly nigga up. Crooked man. They need to make I heard they're supposed to be making a movie of this, like in the Conjuring universe. But basically, when you look at this is what she looked like. Only thing she needs is a damn hat. She looked just like that fucking dude, man. Only thing she needs is a hat. If she put that hat on, she'll be a spin image of this demon. The crooked man. Like, you know, and then this is off the topic, but you know what? It was always something creepy about, because it was an actual story, it was a folk, you know, like a little children's tale, which all these tales, to frighten children really go back to like something really sinister, right? But my little brother, he had like this Mama Goose tape or some shit, and it had the Crooked Man on there, and this Crooked Man used to scare the shit out this dude. I'm looking like, what the hell are you so afraid of this dude for? It's nothing but a children's thing. He wasn't like a ghost or nothing. He was like a crippled old man that lived in a crooked crib. But that was some really wicked shit because it was creepy. But when you look at her and you look at his ugly eyes, they look just alike, man. Okay, like I said, if you put a head on this thing, that'd be Miss Crooked Man right there. You know? But anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to the precepts. It says she is hard against her young ones, though they were not hers, and her labor is in vain without fear. Yeah, because she don't fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, and she didn't even fear Esau. She just like, you know what? I killed him. This is where his body is buried at, and, you know, this is what it is. And that's how it ended. Okay, so, yeah, brothers, be careful when you're dealing with these women, man, because, you know, they will put your kids in the spirit world. Okay, you know how many men then lost children behind dealing with black women because she decides to abort them? All because she knows the husband wants the child. She would literally abort the kid because despite the husband, you know, but she'll have a baby by nothing ass Jake. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah 49, and I'm gonna start at verses 15. It says, can a woman forget her suckling child, that she could not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet I will not forget thee. And the Lord compared, you know, his love to us compared to the woman's hatred for us. Okay, because a woman, she'll leave her child behind, and we've seen it all the time. I go to the grocery store, or I go to the mall, or, you know, I'm walking out in public or at the park, and I'm seeing a black woman, and she got 6 little snot-nosed, nappy-head, trash diaper-ass babies walking behind her, man, while she's on her phone, arguing or texting or on social media, taking selfies with leggings up her ass crack. She got 5 peewees behind her, getting ready to get hit by a car, you know, fighting. You know what I'm saying? Tripping over shit, you know, asking for people. It's just a mess, man. You know, but it says here, can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Because ultimately, the black woman, she hates her son because it reminds her of the father. And she wants to emasculate the black woman. You know, like you brothers that may have mothers. If you notice, some brothers didn't have a good relationship with their mothers because the hate was real. I know when I was younger, man, for the longest, me and my mother didn't have the greatest relationship. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand what it was. She just had demons on her, you know, and she had a profound hatred, you know. Let her tell it, you know, it wasn't that. But, you know, and we've talked about it over the years, and she's given me the reason why she was the way she was. But she wasn't like that with my little brother, or she wasn't like that with my sister, you know, because they had, like, you know, access to the other side of their families more than I had access to the other side of my family at that time. So I kind of got the abuse of that, while they was able to leave and do what they needed to do. So I kind of caught the hell. But she explained like, well, yeah, this, and this. But nonetheless, it's just like it says here, it says to have compassion on the son of our womb. Yea, they may forget, but yet I will not forget thee. So we understand that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is with us. Love of many shall wax cold. Matthews 24:12. And I ended after this. This is the book of Matthew 24, and I'm going to start at verses 12, and it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Iniquity is a lawless society. Rents, when things like that are not in its particular order, and you have things that's just like totally out of order, the cost of inflation is at an all-time high since the time of Great Depression, then, you know, people are going to start to act out of character. They're going to do things to take out stress on other people. You know, this is why you got to be careful on where you go, who you go with, and the mindsets of people, because people are on edge, man. And the motherfucker, they'll pull it, you know, if they have the opportunity. But anyway, with that, brothers, I'm going to close out, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you will edify.